they are not complete enough. So we try to be different and to create something new on holistic way on dry fasting with some science behind, because I use a lot of system from Russia for development of analyze like Metatron system bioresonance, BioWell system from Russia also to check the people when they arrive in retreat, for example. It's very important.
Okay. So that is like your introduction already, because now we are live and want to let people know that I want to make sure that I have called your name properly.
Oh, I think we have Natasha. I think I know this person.
You are Michel. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So we have Michel, and he's all the way from Natasha wants to record. Okay, allow the recording. Okay. So we have all the way from France. From France and
I'm not from France, but near France, Switzerland, but French part.
You speak French. You speak French, but you are from.
I speak French.
Where?
I live near Montreux. It's around 1 hour from Geneva. It's French part, near France, but it's still Switzerland. In Alpes.
Oh, Switzerland.
Yes,
Switzerland. Yes. Okay.
We are in the Alpes mountain, in beautiful place. We have one retreat in Switzerland in the mountain. So we are, in Central.
Yeah, I got one. When we were beginning the year, I got one person who came all the way from Switzerland to attend one of my supervised fasting, but that is more of dry fast together with water fast, some fruits, like that. Some a mixture of all of them, not just one. And it was more of a person who needed also spiritual guidance. I think this is why collaboration is good, because we are not just doing fasting on the medical only part. There's also emotional healing. There is a spiritual, and to me, I think that's part that I'm now playing the most important.
This is
to me, the spiritual part is also very key, because some people come, the things that they're suffering from are more of dark energy, which we call demons in another language. In the language of a Christian, we'll say those are demons. That dark energy living in them. So you have to help. You have to help them in all these ways. You don't want just to be handling one level. A human being is a tripart being. Is a being that has spirit, soul, and body. And if you're only dealing with one part, you leave the other one and the other one. They have to be like all of them. So I'm so happy to host you, Michel, all the way from Switzerland. Let's use that one. And Michel is going to talk to us about his. Actually, he's going to give us a background. It's the first time we are meeting. He's going to give us a background, how he started, how long he has been to this, what exactly he's practicing, and then there's something good news here. He has he has created something good about what we are calling the master class, and he's going to explain all these things so that people can get him very clearly. So we'll listen carefully. Then after we can have questions after he has explained himself. So thank you and welcome.
Yep. Just to introduce myself, yes, I'm Michel Deladoey from Switzerland. I'm at the beginning naturopath for 20 years. I have a consultation in Switzerland for around 20 years. I started 2005 to practice naturopathy. And I got 2 degrees in nutrition and dietetics in University in Clermont-Ferrand and Dijon. I have 2 diplomas in nutrition, dietetic. So this nutrition background was very helpful after to develop dry fasting, to understand the best method for refilling program and to prepare the fast. So that's why for me it was very natural when I discovered dry fasting in the study of naturopathy, because in France, the father of naturopathy is Pierre-Valentin Marchesseau. He's dead very long time ago, more than 30-40 years ago. But he was doing dry fasting until 3 days for very good result for inflammation, to clean the lymphatic system. So this method of dry fasting, French method, was already known in France, but they were practicing only 3 days dry fasting, no more, because for different reasons they didn't develop more than 3 days. Yes. And of course, I've done 2 naturopathic school in France, and I start, from the beginning, we have this information about dry fasting, and more far, I heard about all this work in Russia about dry fasting. I experienced myself. I went to Russia. I met some person on the field. I work with them, the well-known doctor that we know. I also studied the Chenikov system. So I was aware about all this work, and I directly developed my method, which is now a holistic method that we work on different level, and not only physical, but we bring some tool like shamanism, like yoga, spirituality. We use also personal development on the retreat. I work with 2 ladies to coach on self-development. They are doing some different method for coaching. So it's quite individual coaching we have on the retreat. We have group maximum 20, 25 now. I started in Switzerland, and we have different spots in Europe. So now I think I'm the only one in Europe doing coaching in dry fasting in a holistic way. And I published my first book in French. It was 2021, and was published in it's edition I found we have Therapeutic Dry Fasting, the first book, and the second book is Dry Fasting Revolution. It's now in English. It's from 1 year arrive. It's a translation of French book, Dry Fasting Revolution. So my background is around 20 years consultation, and in holistic way, as naturopath, we have to understand to work on different way, not only physical, but I use a lot of naturopathy, nutrition, a lot of aromatherapy, phytotherapy. We use mushroom, therapeutic mushroom, and a lot of hygienism. So technique to clean the body, and food supplement. I use a lot of different remedy, hold remedy, whatever. So it all is individual. And I was getting Lyme disease in long time ago, and I did 3 sessions of dry fasting, and I completely healed with dry fasting. And that's after that I realized that this method is very strong for help people, and I directly start to coach people directly. First, it was on the cabinet. I give advice, and directly we start with group. Was start in Switzerland 7 years ago. And so far, I never stop the coaching. So with group in different places. We have now Greece. Greece is next year. We have now Spain, Switzerland, Montenegro, and will be Colombia end of this year, and also Greece next year. So that's for my background. So yeah, to understand this method of dry fasting, it's very good to have practice on consultation, to see a patient with problem, to deal with disease problem, and also a lot of people come to me for prevention, for rejuvenation, anti-age, something that's dry fasting. Have a lot of answer for this. So this is approximately my background. And before that, I was in the police. I was travel in the world in different mission. I was in Africa during the war, So that was also one reason I become therapist, because I was very sick in Africa with malaria, this dengue fever. I got everything in Africa. And I say, when I come back to Switzerland, hey, my friend, now you have to learn how to be your own doctor. You have to learn now to be your therapist. And I start the nutrition and naturopathy study directly to be independent for my health, my own health. So I have very good souvenir in Ivory Coast, because I was there 1 year in mission.
That's West Africa, very hot place. Did you get the temperature? Sometimes quite hot.
Oh, it was very hot, very hot, very hot. Yes, I remember. Yeah, it was 20 years ago around. Yeah.
Okay. Now, and very malaria is very prone in these hot areas, especially in Africa. It's a common thing, malaria.
Yeah. And we can talk a lot about this topic, because if I know some center, imagine or doctor, they can use dry fasting, because dry fasting now there are problems in the hospital with antibiotic. There is resistance. There is a lot of problem now, and dry fasting is a very strong method now to boost your immunity, like any method, and also to kill directly some bacteria, virus, because you cannot replicate virus when you are in dry fasting, and also parasite. I was in Colombia 5 years ago. I got tenia, like big parasite, and I did 8-day dry fasting. And after 2 weeks, I make enema, and I have one ticks on my on me like this. So this dry fasting killed directly this parasite. It was like tenia, something like that. And I think dry fasting, it's one of the methods for future to help a lot about infection. It could be now we have in this mpox in Africa, or my pleasure will be to help, but I need to work with a team, doctor or something. But we can do a lot of study on this method, because this dry fasting are not too much scientific study. We have a 3/4 study now in the world, so it's not sufficient, So there is a lot of exploration to do in dry fasting now, especially on infection, and I am sure it should be developed, because to be independent yourself. But for people, they follow this webinar now, they can really use. It's a tool that people, they come in my retreat after, they have a tool. They can use this dry fasting for all the topic of medicine. You can use also for emergency. We have a case, 3 cases I have in emergency. Dry fasting was very strong at work for inflammation, for nerve inflammation, big pain. I have myself sciatic 6-7 months ago. It was horrible. Dry fasting helped me a lot. So we can use in all the topic of medicine. This dry fasting work in any case. After, if you have diagnostic medical, it's good, because if you have, for example, heart, cardiovascular problem, dry fasting, you have to be careful. If you have aorta, problem, your blood yes, you cannot do 100% use dry fasting, but for me, around 90% of all disease can be treated by dry fasting now. I'm sure.
90%. That is
around. I'm sure.
Mm.
Yeah. Especially from, I have many cases in arthrosis. We say arthrosis. Oh, you cannot. You cannot reverse this problem. It's finished. You have the ligament. I don't know the name exactly in English. Arthrosis. I don't know exactly the specific name, but you can increase by the stem cells. You can rejuvenate your knees in very good way. You can reverse one stage. For example, you have a stage 4. You can reverse to stage 3. But you need different session, and you need help during 2 sessions in dry fasting, for example. So we can do a lot for chronic disease. Dry fasting is one of the strongest methods we have now in the world. But
and especially the diet in between the time that what the person eats before they again get into the next dry fast. I think that's very important. You as a person who also knows about diet, sometimes like most people practicing, we have so many people practicing, but then they mess up with the part of the diet. You find that people, what they are going to eat, instead of helping them, messes them up, or whatever they have gained, they just lose it with the diet part. That break time, because I also know that during that break time, the healing that starts from during the time of the dry fast is like increased. It's like multiple. It becomes even higher and better. And then if nutrition is not taken care of carefully, then the benefits are not really gotten all of it. But then I really wanted you to focus on something you talked about, Lyme disease, that yourself you had Lyme. So I want us to be a little slow on this. When was that? Is it how many years ago? Do you remember the time? And then you said you went for 3 days dry fast.
No.
Three phases
No.
of the fast. I remember.
I was catching this probably 2017. This Lyme disease approximately, yes. So it's imagine approximately 8 years ago. And I did I did 3 sessions. For first was 8 days. After I start 10 days, and I did after 9 days. So I was this 3 sessions in 1 year. So we see now the best result in any disease. It's to do at least minimum is 2 sessions to have result. But we have some success, only 1 session. We got a lot of result. For example, I have one lady with Lyme disease. I coached this lady, it was some years ago, it was 4 or 5 years ago. And she make 3 sessions. But at the end of the first session, she was practically ill at the end of the first, but she make 3. For myself, I was much better at the end of the first, but I need to continue. And after the 3rd session, I was perfect. The pain disappeared completely. And my energy was very, very high. And I continue my life. I after directly developed this dry fasting method. And so all should be individual. You cannot say, 3 sessions for all the planet, 7 days, 9 days. It's not work like this. You cannot say you need the second acidosis crisis to be reached on the 9 days. It's not work like this, because with our work now in holistic dry fasting, with work in emotion that we do, we realize that we need less time. For example, we have a lady was in Spain. She got a very big crisis in day 6, and she has problem on the gut, and she got a very strong result, and she got the crisis in day 6. The crisis in the second acidosis crisis is you have some shaking, but it could be a pain on the head. Could be some pain in some part, vomit, can be so-called acidosis. So you have to observe. That's why you need coaching when you do long dry fasting, because some people they're afraid. They have symptoms. They vomit. They have blood sometime on the mouth. They think, oh, it's dangerous. I'm still to die. And no, we know, like a coach, all this problem we make. We go to people to talk to them. Calm down. This symptom, this vomit is normal. You just have to let it go and to calm the people. That's why coaching is very important, because if you are home and you want to push your body too much, sometimes you can have some problem. I have a lot of patients now, they have small accident, not so big, but they push too much. And the hormesis law is overload. They go too deep, too far, and they don't get any benefits. It's worse after. So we have to be careful with this method, because if this method is not you are not doing on the proper way, you can have problem, and you don't have any effect, and you can worsen your metabolism. You can worsen your all your body by doing mistake and to push your body too much. That's why we need coaching. We need also to check the status. We check every day. We have different checking for automatic checking. I cannot tell you all because we have some things we have on training. I explain everything on training how to do this home, but we have a lot of safe guidance, that you can do yourself. And I was in many places to do fasting on my past, and I didn't see anything to check yourself, for example. And for example, you have blood pressure too much for 1 week, you don't really know, and that's not good. So we have to check with different system, your pressure, the pulse, the cardio. We have different system we use for checking. So yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
So I can talk to you about Lyme disease for 1 hour if you want to talk about this topic. But for Lyme disease, it's depend the case. But if the gut work, all the system should be work. And the dry fasting, it's only method you can rejuvenate all your gut. So if you have, for example, parasite, if you have, for example, candidosis, we have a lot of cases with candidosis now. That's dry fasting it can kill all the bacteria on your gut. And it's very effective after the second dry fast, for example. It's worked very good, and we have a lot of people with problem with digestion, and dry fasting it's work perfectly. But you were correct. You need to be careful between 2 sessions. What to do? What nutrition you have between the session 1 and the session 2? This is the key points. That's why now we change the diet. I changed 4 years ago. This diet that we start now in ketogenic diet, and we try to exit also in ketogenic diet if you can, if it's possible for you, depends. So that's why it's all individual. That's why we have the system, the machine to check the body before the dry fast. We can use during the dry fast. Imagine one patient have problem in the heart. He has very problem his kidney. Probably think he has kidney stone on his kidney. We can check with the system how it's the condition, the status. So that's very important to check everybody individual. We have tool, we have system to see this.
Wonderful. Now, because we want to talk about focus on the program that you now have, the one of the masterclass. Maybe you now focus on that area.
Okay.
Then people can now ask questions after that.
Okay. You want to explain the masterclass?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's very good. So we have this masterclass already in French for I think 1 year. Yes. And I decided to translate this masterclass in English. So this masterclass is very useful because we have some people, they cannot come to retreat. It's take too long time. It's not the good period that retreat is. Also, this masterclass is very useful for people that of course they want to come, they cannot come in retreat, but to do home. And specifically, this masterclass help you to be independent. We explain all the practice the very simple way. There is not too much technical things. I explain a little of. There is some video about toxemia. I explain the process. I explain autophagy, mitophagy, how it works to rejuvenate your mitochondria or to rejuvenate your cells. I explain a lot of things. It's translated in English. And we have also a booklet, almost 200 page. You have all the preparation how to prepare the fast, what to do during the fast, the reminder of the fast, so not to avoid all the mistake, because I have some people, they call me because they try to fast home for long distance, and they call me because they have problem after. They make mistake for refeeding program. They took wrong food. For example, they mix milk products. They took some cereal. They took some honey. They took some kefir. They took different things that they saw in internet, and the problem arrived. So 80% of the success of the fast is the exit. That's why I decided to create this masterclass to inform people about the method with security work, explain all about security, how to check your
their safety,
the safety measurement. That means I cannot explain all the tool that we use, but you can go to pharmacy to buy some things. It's not so complicated, and to do your own check every day. That's very important. Safety for me, it's a number one. The safety of the faster. Because I saw so many accidents, I have a lot of consultation. The people, they make mistake. So I try to understand all the general mistake, and I explain all this program, the general mistakes. So you cannot do mistake if you follow this program. And this program is also for people, they want to, for example, lose weight. For example, I explain how to, the key. I have a lot of patients, they come for weight. They are very fat. They want to lose weight. I explain how it works, what you have to do, what you have to do between the session and also home. Because I explain also the dry fasting about 24 hours, 36 hours. We have a lot of results for people. They use this short dry fast. It works very good. And it's very useful also for people. They come in retreat in a center because they just have to come in retreat and let it go. They have all information. They don't need to learn on the spot. Because some people in the spot they want a lot of mental information, but it's not good. In the retreat, to have a good dry fasting, you have to let it go and not push too much information on the brain, because when you have to learn during dry fasting some new information, it takes a lot of energy. And this energy, you will not have this energy to rejuvenate your body, your metabolism, your system, your organ by stem cells. You will have less energy. If you have too much information, and you will be more tired. So we try to give, of course, information during retreat, to give a minimum information to be safe, to have answer to all questions, but it's not a training, you know. The training is, the practice training, it's on the masterclass. It's the first training, holistic masterclass we have. That's I know in dry fasting, I don't really know where we can find this. We talk about mindset, attitude to have on dry fasting, what to do, what to bring. For example, we avoid to do dry fasting in a city, for example, because you can be like big intoxication. Imagine you do dry fasting in a big city, for example, with a lot of pollution, because in dry fasting your skin is not is in maximum absorption of everything. You want water, so you catch everything you can. So if you're in a polluted area, you can be very intoxicated. So I explain that we have to do on the spot in natural place, and I explain what to have to you, what you need with you, what to do, what exercise you can do. You can work on your fascia. You can do some yoga. I explain some tips, and we try to save energy, because my experience was a lot of center. Even in Russia, I saw many center, but the mistake is they push the people to work too much. And this create a lot of problem, because they work too long. It take a lot of energy, and after they don't have energy to break the fast, and after the rejuvenation, the stem cells is down, and the problem arrive if you are too tired. So we try to give energy during the fast, dry fast, and not to take energy. So the massage we provide is very soft, for example. We give energy and not take energy like massage I saw too strong. So on this masterclass, we try to explain all the tips, all the practice based on experience, because there is a lot of people, they talk about dry fasting, they write a book, of course, it's always good, but there is big difference between people, they coach people, and they talk on YouTube about general information. There is big difference. If you coach people, in a holistic way, you can understand a lot that they create a lot of disease by the brain. They create some new story, they create a victim problem inside. So we have to like decodage to understand the person. And in this practice of masterclass, we explain some tips in holistic way, not only physical dry fasting, but we try to be open for new things. And this program will develop. It's for life. You pay one time, you can have this program for life, and we will add more and more material years by years. So I think you saw the program in general. We have around 30 videos now available in different topics. So it's quite big, but
are they videos only, or videos plus books plus, or what exactly?
No, we have around 30 videos. It's almost 15 hours training, around more than 30 videos, I think, now. And we have a booklet. It's not exactly the book I published, but it's similar. We have all practice, for example, how to prepare the fast, what is suitable. I told you about ketogenic diet. For now, for us, I think it's the best way to prepare the dry fasting, and the exit as well, because we can extend the effect of the fast if you directly take some cereal, for example, or sugar. That I experienced in Russia. It's not so good because you directly broke the fast. The ketosis is directly cut, and you don't have so much effect. I realized it's good to have at least 2 or 3 weeks ketosis on the raw. And with this 2 to 3 weeks ketosis, you have a lot of effect, much better than only 7 days dry fasting. So we try to now extend the ketos before. And this ketos before, it's very useful because you don't have the pain of the second day when you have the switch, metabolic switch, you go from you nourish your body from outside to inside. You don't have this effect with, some, like a cold, you're not so good for some days, some hours. When you start the ketogenic diet 4 or 5 days before, you directly start your dry fasting, you are very good, and directly you don't have so much disturbance on your insulin and blood sugar. You are already in ketosis, so it's mostly you can be directly on maximum ketosis, because dry fasting you have five times more ketosis than just a ketogenic diet, for sure. So it's a preparation for me now. That's I think is the best way to prepare. But we are not a sector, so if people want to continue with carbs a little bit more, it's also possible, but not too much. Not too. I realize to mix, for example, carbs and protein, it creates some fermentation. And it's also a science to what to exit the fast. So in the book, you have a lot of information, and especially on the masterclass. I explain all the key points to break the fast, to avoid all the mistake that I saw many times, about some veggie. You have some oxalates, for example. That's not suitable. For example, if you take some spinach or some almonds, for example, it's very bad because it's full of oxalate. So we try to have the best preparation. So there is specific vegetable that we need to take for the day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So this information is crucial to break your fast in the best condition. So I create this program for this to avoid mistake, because I saw so many mistakes in refeeding program. So this masterclass was great to give the best information on the refeeding program. It's based on experience, because myself, I do a lot of mistake. For example, the big mistake I did is to do, for example, the castor oil before the dry fast. It was so big mistake. So if you want to do this, you can try. You will be very tired doing your
you mean castor oil flash? Castor oil flash.
Yeah, it's very bad. I use one time for experience myself, all the bad experience I did myself. So I can tell you it's work or it's not work. And for sure, because we have group. So maybe at the beginning I was using some system from repeating program, but it was very bad, not appropriate with this liquid with fruit, boiled fruit. I realized directly it doesn't work, because people was pain after the second day. So I said, oh, we stop this. We try to give a tisane, the tea, special tea with certain herbs. So I correct all the things I heard in internet and YouTube. I correct everything. And I try to find the best suitable food and liquid, especially liquid is very important. And we have also information about liquid, because if you drink water, normal water from tap water or bottled water, it not work, because there is not energy inside. So the people there is no hydration. So in the masterclass, I explain all about how we can really hydrate your body. So you have this key information.
There's something I want to ask you, because something is not coming clearly for me. 2 weeks before the fast, there's a special diet that somebody has to get into, that is going to help you switch easily when you get into during the time of the fasting, the process of the fast, so that you don't get that pain and all that kind of, we always call them withdrawal symptoms and all that. But the other one is about if you don't do the flash, because there are like how many 2, 3, 4, 5 ways of doing the flashes. If you don't do the flash, what is this way that you work on? Because I know that there's a big problem, actually. When we are doing water fast, I'm also very experienced with fasting anyway. But when we're doing water fast, during those days of water fast, we are not using any flashing. You're just getting into the fast without thinking, okay, I need to get out, flash all my gut, then now I can now fast with ease, and then focus on healing. So is there a way to make sure that you don't have this hardening of stool after you are through with the fast? Because anybody who does a prolonged fast without emptying the bowels before the fast, it's not just the bowel, the entire gut, before the fast, they develop this issue. But there I also have got these people who tell me, you see, I've developed hemorrhoids. What I always know, has to do with the things that you are eating before you get into the fast, and if you do not do the flashing. But what you're saying is also true. I've also gotten experience with that castor oil. When you do with the castor oil, you become very weak. Sometimes even to fast becomes almost close to impossible. I also did this one called salt flash. They always call Shant Prakshanana.
I know.
There's also oxypowder. This is very common with the people from the US. They're the ones who use oxypowder. That's more magnesium something.
Yep.
And the water. Yeah, there are 3. Here, naturally, we use the castor seed itself, the seed, just one of it. They are sold by the herbalist here, the people who sell herbs. So when you take the herb, the one only, that one seed, then it flushes the whole system. But there are some other things I've also learned that it's not, you may not even need to flush. You just need to do some physical activities. You have to be very active, run, walk, qigong, all that, and then the system becomes very. The heat within your system just flashes all those things. Otherwise, I just want you to say yourself what you think about that. Yeah, thank you.
Now, so I understand about what you talk about. So I explain all this system, Shamprakshala, all this system. So I try now to use the best system for purgation and enema. Some people they do colon cleansing, something like that. I can tell you about all this stuff. No problem. The best idea is for me is to have the gut in the best condition you can before the dry fast. That means no fermentation, no gas. You have to work to depends. I know some people, they come to my cabinet, they have very good guts, they have no problem. They have very good food, very good diet. So I say to them, you can directly in 1 week start your dry fast. For example, me, I'm almost in ketogenic diet. I very low carb, maybe 30 grams around per day of carbs because I do sport. I can do in 3-4 days. I can do directly in dry fasting. So it depends of the state of your gut. But if you have a gut in bad condition, you have gas, you have pain on your gut, I will really recommend to work on your stomach, your gut before to do a dry fasting. So in this way, we have a lot of cleaning program. We have on this masterclass, you have all the cleaning program of how to rejuvenate your gut. All the cure, for example, I use a lot of zeolite, clay, some herbs, different herbs. So we can choose. I have around 45 key points for preparation. The people can choose, and if people have a chance to come to consultation, we can accurate. We can specifically see for you will be better this, and this. But you can do very simple preparation, for example, clay or something. Yeah, it's also work to clean a little, to repair your gut a little before. And for this question of cleansing the gut in dry fasting, we don't have so much problem if we have a little something on the stomach, on the gut during dry fast, because during dry fasting you get dry. So you can see after 9 days, 10 days dry fasting, your material, when you go toilet after, it's completely dry. So it's not so big problem if you have a little, but depend what will be your last meal. For example, if you eat rice, potatoes, something with carbs, this is not so good. I will not recommend. I will recommend to clean with purgation enema before. So the proper things, it's of course avoid castor oil, because I did this experience. Many people did this experience in retreat. They have a lot of problem and they were very tired for the retreat. I don't recommend this, but you can use the best for me is a Pianto. It's a product with vegetables that we use. It's well known in France, Switzerland. We use a lot. It's a kind of purgative, but it's not so aggressive system. We use this small dosage of Pianto to rejuvenate your gut, for example. Half teaspoon we use, but we can also use for big purgation. You took 1 spoon, the big one, every 1 hour, and after 2 hours you go directly. It's a very big purgation. For me, it's the best purgation. It's very soft and it's not give so much trouble on your stomach. It's natural product. It's full of vegetables, and it's better like we use this magnesium chloride or something very strong for the kidney, or for it's create a lot of irritation. I don't like so much, but you can do this. It's okay. And we have some people in retreat. I can recommend also the enema. For example, you have your last meal, but your last meal is very important. The meal you have, the last one, it's crucial. So We have a certain vegetable we use without FODMAPs, without oxalate, without lectin, that create no fermentation. If you do this kind of meal before, no problem of fermentation. You can have a little of this on your gut, and it will be dry during the fast, and you will go to toilet when you finish your fast, no problem. But I recommend myself, if I do a simple purgation like Pianto, and I can use a little enema 6 or 12 hours after my last meal, but very soft enema. You put 9 grams of salt because it's the blood have 9 grams of salt inside. So we try to put an enema with 9 grams of salt. I use Himalaya salt, for example, and you can do a simple enema, and for the material we have on the yeah, it's not too good. It's after you can clean this colon. Yeah, colon. So there is 2 possibility. I say 3 possibility to do this cleaning before entrance dry fasting.
Now, there's a question here in the chat, and I want just to read it. I want to read it to you. A little from Alexic. Question for me: I am very overweight. On my first 9-day dry fast, I have lost only 7 kilos. On second 9-day dry fast, 9 months later, I have barely lost 2 kilos. Does your masterclass cover such cases? Doctor, we all know, could not answer these while being witness firsthand.
Yes, we have a topic. We have a video about how to lose weight. It's around 30 minutes. You can check on the program below. You have all explanation about the program. I talk about lost weight. Lost weight. You have to be sure your thyroid work very good, because some people they have problem with thyroid, and they cannot. It's a hormonal problem. So we have to be sure this is not a hormonal problem. And we have to work a lot in the gut, because it's a problem of bacteria. You have the wrong bacteria on your gut. You create always fat. And for sure, for people with fat, they want to lose weight. I recommend 3 sessions in 1 year of dry fasting, long dry fasting. And I recommend 24 or 36 hours every week. And I recommend a certain diet. This kind of stuff need consultation. Because imagine this guy have a thyroid problem, he doesn't know. This guy have parasite, he doesn't know. If you have parasite, if you have some people in the kidney or something elsewhere, you stay on the surface. You cannot really help these people. So that's why it's important to check everything. For example, if this person doesn't sleep enough, there is a relation between sleep and weight. There is a lot of study they show the people mainly they are problem of weight, they don't sleep, and they don't have enough physical activity. So we have to, it's a consultation interview. We have to check everything individually to see the weakness of his system. If it's maybe he has a liver problem, we don't know. If he cannot work on the fat by the gallbladder, for example. If the gallbladder not sufficient, you have not enough bile, you cannot really be efficient. If he has too much bacteria in the gut, they create fat all the time. We need to understand where is the problem. That's why for example, in retreat, we have the machine, the system. We can check exactly where is the problem. We see the gut system. If there is bacteria, we can check the bacteria on bioresonance. If there is candidos, parasite, everything. But in general, if the people have no machine, no system, nothing, no blood test, you can follow this advice. In the masterclass, we explain a lot about this preparation, but we have a lot of results. Lastly, we have a man from US. He came in retreat 1 month ago. He lost 13 kilo, was overweight. But I explained him how to proceed. He needs 3 times for 1 year, and after to every week, and to work on nutrition. It's the key. and hygienic diet, food, exercise, sleep, everything. Yeah, it's the dry fasting. You have to use like a jump, you know, like trampoline, you know. After the dry fast, you have to change a lot of things on your life. We have a lot of people, they change everything after a retreat, you know. They change the work, they want to find a new apartment or house, whatever. Some people, they cut a relation or they found a new partner. It's open the door, you know. It's not only on the physical things, it's also a lot of it's opened the heart. After a dry fast, you develop a lot of capability to to be clear on your mind what you want to do. To be you don't want this, you avoid. You feel good inside because your body is completely clean. When your body are completely clean, your liver, your stomach, you think completely differently. We have a lot of people with depression. They come in retreat. After the retreat, they finish depression. We have a lot of cases like this. So yeah.
Yeah, the cleaner you are, the cleaner your body is, the more energy now goes into your mind.
Exactly.
And now you don't have issues with fogs, confusion, what, because now you have more, you can make decisions very easily because you have more energy in your mind. Now, another person on the same, almost the same question, what about people with the thyroid problems? Don't they need carbs, and often keto makes it worse? Or what's your experience on this? Looking forward to the retreat.
It's not okay. Of course, ketogenic diet. If you have a disease, it's helpful to try this, but you have to wait a little times because there is a kind of adaptation. You cannot be directly in ketosis after 2 or 3 weeks. Some people, they need 6 months. So you can have a diagnostic after 6 months of this diet. It's for you or not. Yeah, depends physical activity you have, exactly. But the problem is the T3, the hormone T3 should be active. So it's a blood testing you have to check. Or bioresonance system, we can see the state of thyroid directly on the device. But if you don't have the device, you can have the check about TSH, T3, T4. But you need a T3 in good position. That's crucial. And also you have to be sure your gut is okay. If your gut is not okay, you have too much bacteria on your gut. You can do all regime you want, it will not work because your bacteria decide everything. You go to supermarket, you always want to buy certain kind of food because it's your bacteria, they decide everything. It's not you. Because you want sugar. You want sugar because sugar is like a drug. 10 times more addictive, like cocaine. So. Yeah, that's why ketogenic diet now, it's quite interesting to reduce this sugar craving.
And another question, does dry fast help with reflux? I don't know if this is acid reflux or issues to do with the stomach acid and ulcers and all that around that area. Yeah.
Of course. All disease on the gut system, on the maybe a lack of pepsin, a lack of enzyme on the gut. It's a kind of new button of reset. You completely rejuvenate by stem cells. Stem cells, we say pluripotent. I don't know in English exactly this word, but you can create a system of new stem cells. And this new cell stem by organ will rejuvenate. Also, all your organ will be in like a baby, like a new way after a dry fast. But you need a certain distance. If you do 3 days dry fasting, it's not sufficient to have enough stem cells. You need the stem cell arrive around. You need minimum 5-6 days to have a good stem cell to repair your organ. If you have less, it's not sufficient. So you need quite long fasting to repair to your digestive. We have people with experience with people with Crohn's disease, for example, and also candidos. A lot of candidos after two sessions, they completely heal the problem in stomach. but you have to do your work after the retreat, and not to start the same food like you have before. Because if you start with junk food after the dry fast, the dry fast will not work. The problem will start again. I want to be honest with this. The dry fast, it's a good method to heal people, to clean your body, to rejuvenate. But after that, you need to change your habit. Also, your talks about life. If you have fear about your life, if you have a job that you don't like, you need to change. If you are not happy in your relation, you need to change. Otherwise, the problem will continue. So it's a call to change, to do a dry fasting. So, but this question you will know yourself because it's a self-healing method, and you will have all your answer when you finish a long dry fasting. You will have all the thing in you. You will know what to do, what decision you have to take, because your body will be clean, and you will have a lot of fear. You can get rid of a lot of bad information, because your water on your body contain a lot of information from your childhood, your karma, your past, your ancestor. It's all this information are on your memory of water. So when you release 5-6 liters of water during dry fast, after you will be completely different. You feel another person. So I experienced myself this state. After 10 days dry fasting, when you announce your bad news, for you it's no effect, because you are so strong. You are full of ketosis. Your body is completely clean of all information. And after that, you bring new information, new water. That's why the key in the masterclass, we explain how to prepare the good water with good information. And that's why during the dry fast, it's important to have this group energy that you can use forever, because you will find some friend for life in group sometimes. But it's very important attitude you have when you finish the fast. That's why I explain how to break the fast in good condition, like sacral. Sacral, what is this? So there is I explained the detail about how to break the fast, to bring good information on your new water that will nourish your body. And so it's process of cleaning your body information by dry fasting, but also to bring after new information to be a better version as yourself.
Yeah, new, good, we can say higher frequency. Love, joy, peace.
Exactly. You change your vibration. Dry fasting, it's a method to change your vibration. You completely different after, because you're so clean, and there is connection to here.
Yeah.
Especially doing holistic dry fasting, we do a lot of cleaning, and we work a lot in fascia. Fascia, that's like, what is the fascia? For example, the chicken, you have this skin. This is a fascia. And this fascia contains a lot of information of suffering, of fear, of everything. So to work on fascia during dry fasting, it's one of the key points. And the massages we have, they work on this, if you can use this. And also we work on different methods. We use shamanism, for example, the fire ceremony. We have fire ceremony. We put all information on the fire. We use a drum to create an energetic atmosphere on the group, and that to push the people to release the problem. It's a very strong method when you are in the group to release emotion. But masterclass, when you are home, you have to deal yourself. So we give a lot of tips on the mindset. For example, we have a workshop on this, and we will try to add more and more material. But the attitude on the mind is very crucial during the fast. That's why it's very good to be quiet during this dry fasting, and not to be on the family with too much work, not to go to do too much telephone, and so on, so on, so on. So it's a process,
Another person asked, does dry fast help with gallbladder polyps? Gallbladder polyps.
Polyps, gallbladder. It can be it's not kidney stone. I think polyps. I think it's the gallbladder with I don't know exactly in French this, but polyps. Polyps should be on the gut normally, not on the gallbladder, I think.
Another person is also asking. This is from the YouTube. You have people who are following us now, and I can read some things from them, but there are some questions. Thank you for having Michel. As Mario Malet, it has been my experience that carnivore and keto is absolutely the easiest way to getting in and out of a dry fast.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's also
Yeah.
asking, you wrote a book. This is another person altogether, Attraction P, is asking if you have a website and or guide instruction.
Of course.
And then
you have a lot of testimony in my YouTube channel, Holistic Dry Fasting. You have a lot of testimony of people they went on the retreat, and you can add my website if you want on the video after my name. My name is Michel Deladoey.
Then there is also
it's jeûnesec.com. It's easy. You can find me on the internet everywhere. It's no problem.
Okay, thanks for all you're doing. And can dry fasting heal knee meniscus tear, bone-to-bone knee arthritis?
Arthritis?
Yeah, something like about knee meniscus. Yeah.
You know, all autoimmune disease, I make a video. We have video on the masterclass about immunity system. So arthritis, it's inflammation. So the dry fasting is one of the best method to heal all the immune disease and also inflammation, because the inflammation needs water to grow, you know. And dry fasting create sometimes miraculous things, because without water and you have maturation, your immunity become more stronger doing faster. You have a little depression day 2 or day 3 when you start to eat, and after your immune system, the lymphocyte, the metabolism change completely, and you grow, because mitophagy, you clean all your mitochondria. The bad mitochondria will create energy on your body, are completely rejuvenate, and all the cells by autophagy are completely rejuvenate, fully rejuvenate during dry fasting, and you clean the bad cells that it doesn't work by these two mechanisms, and you have new mitochondria. That means after a dry fast, you have a lot of energy. After 3 weeks, if the dry fast is in good, you make a good dry fast with proper condition to restart, you have a lot of energy. You can do sport. After 3-4 weeks, you will be very strong. And this method should be used by all the sportsmen, the elite, you know, the professional sport player, because, for example, a sportman 35, 40 years old is end of career. If you know this dry fasting, it can extend 5 years more, because you create a complete reset of all your system, your organ, your body. So you will be more strong, but you will have a new body that you can rejuvenate. By stem cells, you can live more longer. That's for me one of the best therapy to have anti-aging, for example, to rejuvenate completely your body. This method repair completely the DNA. It's a unique method to repair the DNA.
Yeah, and this is question about what about cyst in the liver? Can dry fast help with cyst in the liver?
Can you repeat the question about liver and what?
A cyst like cysts. I think they are very small swellings that happen within the liver that has some. It's almost the same thing with the inflammations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you your liver, we have a lot of we have some case about hepatitis, inflammation, and some bacteria and virus on the liver. And this we have two lady disappeared the bacteria, the virus disappear after the dry fast, and kissed, yes, it's work. Or you have so for example you have something like excroissance, I don't know the name in English. You have some point here, you have for example edema, you have some part on your body who are like this. You have cyst or some fat on certain part of your body, for example. This disappear after 4 or 5 days because your body need food, you need water, so you take on this material. By autophagy, you clean, you restore, you create a new material. It's like a wall, in the house. You broke all the wall, the bad wall, and you renew by new wall after that. It's exactly the same. And mitophagy, it's also the same like a phone battery. You have a phone battery, hold one, 10 years, for example. That means your mitochondria not work so good. So how to change this? So dry fasting, it's exactly when you go to the shop and you put a new battery on your phone, and that's exactly the same. The telephone work with a lot of energy, and you can call more distant. It's exactly the same for mitochondria. So there is a double mechanism: mitochondria, mitophagy, and autophagy to renew all the bad cells you have. Because we go for service for the car, for example, every 30,000 kilometers, but we don't do it yourself. That's a mistake. So the system of cleaning the car, reparation to service of the car, it's dry fasting is the same. We need to rejuvenate, and dry fasting it's work 3 or 5 times more quicker than water fasting, with more benefits for infection and immunity. So why not to not use the dry fast? It's the best fast that we can use now in the world.
Another one that I think I want to open for anybody who wants to ask questions directly without the chat. Just want to show your face. A friend of mine has a pineal cyst. Would dry fast harm her? Pineal. This is, what is it in? Let me see, check this one.
I don't know what is this. Sometimes it's better to write the information, because
is written pineal gland. Pineal gland.
Pineal gland. Okay.
Yeah. So this one has a pineal cyst.
Yeah. But this one, if the energy is good, that's why it's important if we can have. I send a questionnaire to people, for example, they come invited. I know exactly. I have specific question I ask. I can know a little more about the person, but all is question of energy. If the people have energy enough to come in dry fasting, I will see directly. And if she has energy, she can do to try, but step by step. Not like Centre, they go directly, they push people to 10 days directly. It's a very big mistake. I saw that, so it's not a proper method to do. But you have to start for short dry fasting, 24, 36, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 4 days, and so on. And if you are easy for 3 days, for example, I can tell you, if you can do easily 3 days dry fasting, you can easily do 5 or 7 day dry fast. And to have something on the pineal gland, it's like hormonal or maybe something in the brain. It's very good to do dry fasting because you activate all your BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. So it's like sugar for your brain. So if you have this, if you push your BDNF on good condition with dry fast, you can heal a lot of problem of, for example, Parkinson. You can improve Alzheimer, for example. You can sclerosing plaque. I don't know the name in English, but you can lose a lot of neurologic disease by dry fasting. But you have to start slow, step by step, and not push directly the people. It's always best to have coaching before. I experience with coach in dry fast, and to check the person before. And to give a remedy, for example, for brain, this kind of problem, I use a lot of mushroom. We have a lot of success with Elysium, for example. We mix different phytotherapy, mushroom therapy, and different technique. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can do the conclusion now. You make your concluding remarks.
Yeah,
unless somebody has a question that he wants to ask directly, you put on your mic and your video, then just talk to us.
So people they cannot of course come in the group because group is always best to have more performance on your problem, on your spiritual way. But if you cannot, you have this masterclass who bring you a lot of security, give you a lot of information how to do a dry fasting properly and with a lot of security. Because we have a lot of people, they talk about this method, but they don't give the real information and they do some mistake. So on this masterclass, I give all my knowledge about coaching people. The things I've done 7 years ago is completely changed now. I try to, to improve years by years, coaching by coaching, workshop by workshop, group by group. We improve some detail on many different things. So this program is unique. You cannot find in any place because we try an holistic way. We try to bring the best refereeing program, the best preparation we can. And of course, I have a group in Europe. If they want to come, the people want to come with us. Everybody are welcome. We have one retreat, for example, in 1 month in Montenegro. If some people want to join us, we still some place. But otherwise, this masterclass is for you. It's a price. We start with this price. Maybe this price will be maybe will extend after that. So you can take this opportunity for some days to with this price. It's for life. So this website Learning Box, it's a cost. We have to pay the place on this website, but the program is for all your life. And the good things for you, if you take this program, is that you have some new material. For example, next year I can add new material because we have new information. We change something. I make some correction for French group recently. So it's not material that we are stuck on this year, but you will have. But it's base. You have everything to be successful on your dry fast. You have all the material. If you have specific question, I can answer maybe on the program. But you can also send me an email. If it's one question, I can answer. But not the consultation. If person have too many questions, it's the consultation with me. But if it's only one question on the website, if there is no answer, directly on my mail, and I will answer on this masterclass. So this masterclass is for you use because it's a very complete masterclass for yourself, and even people they want to go on retreat, they can. We have a lot of people they study before, and they are very quiet to come in retreat and to do. They don't need too much conference for me because there is this program has everything. I don't give all this program on my retreat, for example. It's not possible. It's around 15 hours training. So it's full program, and you have the booklet, the booklet, the brochure. It's 170 pages, so you have a lot of information about in writing paper. You can use this material preparation, exit. I talk about Pianto, the purgation. I talk about this product, where you can find this product, so on, so on, so on. So that's it for me.
Well, thank you. So we'll write the information down there.
If people want information about training or about anything, they can contact you. You can put my my website is jeunesec.com, but you can put below my information, and if people want a question about everything, I answer quite.
Yeah, I will have the one for the masterclass. Those who want to buy the masterclass, and the website, all those things you're going to put below the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have the links, I think, Frederick, this how to register on this masterclass, and you can also share that you saw me with Frederick, and that I know where you're from, and you can ask me questions, share something. I will be happy to have contact with you, to know you, and no problem.
Thank you, and bye for now.
Okay, so we say bye-bye. No other question?
There's one more. I thought we had already concluded. There's this one question called, is bone broth good for refeed? Why is kefir bad?
Sorry?
Kefir.
Coffee?
Bone broth and kefir.
Bones? I don't understand this question.
See, bone broth, like what you cook, boil bones, and then you take the soup. That's what they call broth.
That's
And
very
then
good question. Yeah.
yeah, and then there's, is it good for refeed? Like when you
Yes,
stop, you
exactly,
zip the fast,
exactly.
but you use it.
We have this system in Natasha Campbell book for this very well-known book. She treated autism with dry fasting. We didn't talk about autism, but we can talk 1 hour about this topic. Very interesting, dry fasting in autism. But yes, for example, the chicken bones and the meat bones you put on the water. And this is very, very, very good after the refeeding program when you break your fast, because it's create a lot of nourishment of your gut. During dry fasting, you have a kind of leaky gut syndrome. It's normal because you have no protein. The protein we involve on the gut rejuvenation, it's a glutamine. So this bone soup. It could be, like I told you, chicken or meat bones. You put on the water, you boil this, and you drink this like soup. It's completely full of good mineral element that will nourish all your gut and make your gut more stronger, and you can avoid the leaky gut syndrome. You can strengthen your gut after the fast. We use in Spain, because some spot we have the fish soup, the chicken soup we can find in certain place, not all, but we have some place, for example, in Spain, we use for refilling program in group, this kind of things. Yeah, I recommend.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Somebody on YouTube was saying he's in 10-day dry fast, 10 days of dry fast. And he was also asking if he can ask question about blood works, but I don't know if what he means. He did ask the direct questions, just say if he can ask that question about blood works. But this thing about bone, there's something that we didn't answer. Just this same question had another part. Why is kefir bad? This kefir is goat milk that is fermented goat milk, something like that.
No. Like you talk about kefir.
Yes, kefir.
This kefir is very bad. We have a lot of problem. We don't use this. They use a lot in Russia, this kefir. The goal in Russia is to make laxative effect, that the people go directly to toilet directly to after some meal. But it's very bad because it contains a lot of casein. Casein is the protein of the milk, so it's very inflammatory. So you destroy completely your gut when you take this kefir milk after the dry fast. It's a very big mistake that we saw. I saw so many people, they have problem, they call me for consultation because they took a lot of kefir. So that's why you have this problem, because you have allergy in this kefir. It's also full of lactose. Some people, they have intolerance after. When you're a child, 5 years, 6 years old, you have a lot of, you can tolerate this lactose. But after 5 years, the children cannot tolerate. You have a lot of allergy. So it's full of lactose, and the main problem is the casein. It's a protein inflammatory that creates a lot of inflammation on the gut, and you accelerate your leaky gut syndrome with milk product. And you have also the EGF-1. It's a growth factor. So if you want to catch a cancer, you can take milk product, and you will be successful. No, milk product we avoid. You can use a little bit of sheep, and yes, little, sometimes cheese, 1 or 2 times per week. It's okay. But never take this when you finish a dry fast. It's a very common mistake we see in certain part of the world. But I will not recommend this. It's for me a mistake.
Now, a question is coming very clearly here now about the blood test from YouTube. To start off, my blood sugar goes down and the ketones go up. But at day 5 of the fast, this changes and my blood sugar starts going up. Then, and ketones start going down. My blood sugar can go up to normal levels by the end of 9 days fast. Why does this happen? Did you get that question? Or did I repeat?
Some people they use some tracker to see the ketosis during the dry fast. So this we have experience with some people, some faster they come with this. There is adaptation for sure about some hormonal system. The leptin. We have a disturbance during dry fast. So you cannot do any measurement during dry fast. It's not accurate. There is a lot of peak. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. It's completely normal because you you have no nourishment. Your body try to react with this lack of nourishment. You have no glucose. You have nothing. You have set ketosis. But ketosis try to understand what's going on with dry fast. Especially if you are on the first or second dry fast, your body doesn't know what is this, so you are not prepared. And this is completely normal, your metabolism. So you cannot be so worried about this. It's like fatigue during dry fast. It's up and down, if you do this. So it's exactly the same. That's why I not recommend to do any blood test directly after the dry fast, because it will be completely wrong. So you will have a lot of mistake on your blood test. If you see your doctor directly after dry fasting, it will be, oh, you're very sick. You have a lot of problem. Of course, you need to do a blood test 1 month after the dry fast. You will be very accurate. You will know everything, and but you cannot take seriously the measure you have during your dry fast, because your metabolism completely change, your hormonal system is completely changed during the dry fast. So you can have some very strange information. For example, some people, they have a low blood test, not blood pressure. Blood pressure could be very, very high, very up. So we have to take everything. So it doesn't mean so much. This is completely normal to have this balance, of ketosis during dry fast. It's normal.
So thank you. We call it a day. We finish at this point. Every information about registering for masterclass, buying the whole thing.
Yeah, you can find
it under the video. And then if you have the website, you want to contact Michel, you are going to get it under the video. Yeah, but sometimes you can also say, I think we are also going to put his YouTube channel link below the video.
You can put my holistic dry fasting channel. You have a lot of testimony, some basic information. It's not like masterclass, but you have some information, some video. I started 1 year ago. It's not complete like my French channel, but you have some testimony in English.
Yeah, that will help people, encourage them. Yeah. So thank you so much. We're looking forward to cooperating more, Michel, and we'll work much. I see you have much knowledge. I've hosted so many people here, and I see you have much knowledge about dry fast. So we will see how we can cooperate even more. And thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your answers and responses. How people got you got some good information today on how dry fast is can help you and can help even people around you, your community, your family, and even sometimes your workmates. This is something that you can sometimes you can expand it more just beyond your yourself. You can give it as a gift to others. Spread the news. Tell them about the masterclass. Tell them about this. All these things that you have talked about. So thank you so much. Share the video. And also give us your feedbacks. Thank you and goodbye for now.
Thank you very much for invitation. I'm welcome to continue if you want to have another talk together.
We can do another one. Yeah, we'll do another one. Maybe
as you want. I'm free for you. No problem.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe after a week, 2 weeks or a month. We'll see.
Yeah, after our retreat in Montenegro, I will be free from. Yeah, no problem. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So